fear keeps people more broke than lack of money. I honestly think that fear keeps more people broke than lack of money ever will. Not because people are lazy, not because people are stupid, because fear quietly freezes people for years. Successful investors are just naturally fearless people. That's not at all true. Most investors feel fear constantly. Fear of losing money, making mistakes, buying at the wrong time, looking stupid, failing publicly. The difference is some people eventually learn how to move forward while still feeling uncertainty, and that's the real skill. Because if you wait until you feel completely comfortable before investing, you'll probably wait forever. And I see this happens constantly. People spend years researching real estate, stocks, business ideas, side hustles, watching videos, listening to podcasts, running numbers over and over again, and eventually, analysis turns into paralysis. Meanwhile, somebody else with half the knowledge just starts taking action, learning through experience, making mistakes, adjusting, and slowly building momentum. That happens all the time. And what's interesting is fear evolves as people become more successful too. At first, people fear starting. Then, later they fear scaling. Then, they fear losing what they built. The emotions never fully disappear. That's why I think investing is way more psychological than people realize. And by the way, if you guys are into conversations like this, investing, real estate, leverage, financial psychology, how wealth is actually built, definitely follow along, like and subscribe, because I want to start diving more into this kind of stuff. Because I think the emotional side of money controls people the way more than they realize. And honestly, I think social media made this problem way worse, because now people compare their real financial life to everybody else's highlight reel. Somebody sees a huge rental portfolio, a luxury lifestyle, massive income claims, and suddenly they feel behind. So emotionally, they either freeze completely or they swing too far in the other direction and start making reckless decisions trying to catch up fast. Both are dangerous because fear and greed are basically opposite sides of the same emotional problem. Fear makes people never move. Greed makes people move too aggressively. And most successful investors actually will eventually realize the goal is emotional stability, not emotional highs and lows every week. That's why experienced investors usually become calmer over time, not louder. Because once you've been through enough market cycles, enough deals, enough mistakes, you realize wealth usually gets built slowly, not overnight. Consistency matters more than intensity. That's a huge mindset shift. And honestly, I think one of the biggest advantages somebody can develop today is the ability to think long-term while everybody else reacts emotionally short-term. Because modern media rewards emotional reactions constantly. Panic headlines, fear headlines, FOMO headlines, everybody screaming, buy now, sell now, crash, boom. Meanwhile, the people quietly building wealth are usually focused on cash flow, ownership, consistency, time, compounding, not emotional chaos every day. And here's the crazy part. A lot of people don't actually need some perfect opportunity to improve their financial future. They usually need more confidence, more emotional control, more willingness to start imperfectly. Because waiting for perfect certainty, if that makes sense, usually means waiting forever. And the reality is almost every successful investor has made a ton of mistakes, bad deals, missed opportunities, timing markets, overthinking, underestimating risk. That's normal. But the people who eventually win are usually the people who kept moving, long enough, slowly to learn. Because investing is one of the few areas in life where small, consistent action over long periods of time completely outperforms emotional short-term decision-making. And honestly, I think fear quietly keeps more people financially stuck than lack of intelligence, lack of opportunity, or even lack of money ever will.